the Football Banter Box, where opinions kick off and debates never die. I'm Lewis.
I'm Renard.
And I'm Chris.
And each week we bring the kind of football talk that gets you out your seat.
From tactical breakdowns to transfer drama, we'll argue it, dissect it and defend it. So pick your side and step into the box.
We're going to talk first of all about Manchester United beating Man City by 2-0. Goals from Mbeumo and Dorgu. Man United also had 3 goals ruled out for offside. Does Michael Carrick get the big job? What do you think?
Nah, I can't see him getting it, you know, because they need a proper, seasoned manager wherein won stuff before, like a top manager, I would say.
Like an Ancelotti, Zidane.
Like an Ancelotti, Zidane.
Here's one for you. What about Conte for United?
Conte could work, but he's proper argumentative, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I think Man United need to win a trophy. In Conte's first season in the Premier League, don't forget, he won it with Chelsea. So I think he's a good shout for Man United.
Have they got the players though?
Yeah, they definitely have the players. My personal opinion is...
You think they've got the players to win the league?
Yeah. No, not win the league, but definitely be challenging for top 4. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
A club like Manchester United needs to be challenging for top 4.
Well, challenging for silverware
every season, and you need to be. You can't be going out in the early rounds of the cup to the likes of Grimsby. They've got to be. They're that bigger club that they have to win.
Yeah, they should be winning.
And they need a manager like that knows how to win.
Definitely go for a Zidane though. I would keep Carrick in place for now, just to steady the ship until the end of the season, and then go for Zidane starting the next season.
Carrick's a good coach. He did okay at Middlesbrough for the budget that he had, and he's a Manchester United man. Or do they need to look away from that?
Yeah, he's not the finished article to me. No.
It's a big job.
It's definitely a big job. Too big for him, I think. Personally,
gets scrutinised every day, doesn't it, in the press? So
they do have the players, but I'll say keep Carrick in place until the end of the season. Get top 4, get Champions League position, and get the money and go again.
Do you think they'll get top 4 though, Red?
It's gonna be tight, but they do have the players. I think they stand a really good chance. Really good chance.
I don't think they finish. They don't, obviously, Arsenal, Man City. Don't think they finish above Villa, and I think Chelsea might be better than them as well.
I mean,
Newcastle are better than them.
I don't know. I think
Villa will fall away.
I think Villa's dropping points, and it looks like Unai's losing the plot a little bit. But I saw his interview the other day, and I think what he's getting at is PSR. That's restricting Aston Villa from really becoming like a top force, because the likes of like Newcastle, Brentford, Villa, they can't spend 100 million in the January window like City have done. You know what I mean?
And Liverpool, PSR to me is designed for the big boys and to keep the little ones out, really. Yeah. So like the Chelsea, like the Man City, like Liverpool, like the Arsenal, they can spend whatever they want, but Newcastle can't, Aston Villa can't. So it's hard. But I do believe Aston Villa will fall away. Liverpool just might make it to the top 4. Just.
They're so inconsistent, aren't they?
All right, you can say how you think it's going to end up from 1st to 5th, Lewis.
Arsenal are going to bottle it.
Nah.
Man City are going to take it. Guardiola's going to go on a streak, especially with Guehi. So Man City, Arsenal, possibly Liverpool, and then Villa. Yeah, I can't see Chelsea getting in. Can't see Man United kicking on and getting in.
Who's going to be 5th then?
Possibly Newcastle. Brentford are up there though.
I like that though. I like that. I like to agree with it.
The mighty Sunderland have fallen off slightly.
Yeah.
What about you, Renard? What do you think top 5 is going to be?
This season is Arsenal's season. I think they'll go all the way. Worse with the squad depth that they have.
Yeah.
So I'll go Arsenal, Man City 2nd, Liverpool 3rd, Chelsea 4th, and it's going to be between Man United and Newcastle, depending on how far Newcastle go in the Champions League and who they get back from injury, and then Villa 6 or 7 thereabouts.
I would agree with the. I think it's Arsenal's time.
Yeah,
that they're going to do it.
So I think
so. even though you could say they dropped 2 points against Forest.
But nobody's consistent. That's the thing.
This stage of the season, like teams at the bottom are really fighting to stay in the league, and most teams are just playing the low block. Same with Newcastle when they went to Wolves. Like Wolves sat back for the majority of the game. Same with Forest at Arsenal. You could look at Super Sunday and there was 2 games and there was only 1 goal.
So it wasn't very super, was it?
It wasn't. No, it was. It's very, very sweaty, and I think teams are afraid to lose, so they don't make the risks to try and win. So that's where.
That's where it's at the moment.
Yeah, I still think it suits Arsenal to win the league with
too.
the depth. So I would say Arsenal to win the league. I would say Man City would be second. Third, I would agree with you with Liverpool. I think they've got enough to stay in there. I'm gonna say Man United to finish 4th. I truly believe that. They'll finish 4th.
It's the new manager bounce as well, you know. I think they just might do it, you know.
And Newcastle, like you say, they've got a lot of competitions on. They haven't really got the depth to compete on all 4 fronts. So you could say like they're out of the tie now with City because they're not going to get a result at the Etihad. I mean, since Eddie Howe's been in charge, they've never scored a goal there. So it's grim. And obviously Newcastle's poor away form. And then Chelsea, but I just think there's some like inconsistencies in Chelsea's season. Like Sunderland, a newly promoted side, beat them at their own place.
It's overall though in the entire league. Anybody can beat anyone on the day.
They look to drop points in games that you wouldn't expect them to. I suppose you could say that about Man United as well.
So let's circle back. Do we think Michael Carrick gets the big job at Man United? If Man United get in the top 4, for me, he gets the job quite easily. What do you think?
No, for me. I think we'll do good at the end of the season and then that's it. You'll get somebody like a Zidane or somebody in.
Yeah, don't forget Alonso's up for grabs as well, though. There's no way he's going to Man United, though. Is there?
You never know.
Liverpool
just
showed. Well, was he? I don't know. Was he more Real Madrid? Or he won the Champions League with Liverpool? Won the Champions League, yeah. Scored a penalty, but yeah. I don't know if he's a legend, but he's a good manager. I don't think they'd be too butthurt if he did go there to Man United. But yeah, I don't think Carrick gets the job now. Man United need a high-profile manager.
Definitely.
For the high-profile players in the high-profile dressing room as well.
Yeah.
It needs someone who fits in the system of being told who they can and can't sign. I don't know if Zidane and Ancelotti would fit into that. Because Man United have some pretty dross players, and the sporting director pulls the strings.
I know. Is that not the same at Real Madrid though?
It is, but you're going to sign good players, like world-class players, Mbappe, Vinicius, all them kind of players. But Man United aren't going to attract that kind of talent.
No, not to them. That was back then, not anymore.
No. So do they need a statesman like Carrick, just to like a steady hand who can work in a system of he's getting told who's coming in and you just coach them and make them win?
Only way I see him getting the job, if he do well from now until the end of the season, and then they give him a chance for next season.
Yeah.
And if there's like massive improvement, but apart from that,
not for you.
Nah.
If we were just to base it on that one game, I mean, they absolutely dismantled City. I know they were coming off the back of the semi-final with Newcastle, but that was a really solid all-round performance. And like you were saying, they had the ball in the net another 3 times, bar offside. They absolutely destroyed, a really good Pep Guardiola's City. So
yeah, it's too early to call. It's just one game in.
It's one game.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, but
yeah, I'm gonna say no as well.
Well, I'll say yes, and we'll find out, won't we? Right, then up next, should Oliver Glasner be sacked by Crystal Palace? His outburst about feeling abandoned sent shockwaves through the Premier League. It's really rare to hear a manager speak out like that. And where would Crystal Palace go next? So do you think he should be sacked?
No, I'm going to say no. I mean, he's won the FA Cup last season for them. And for a club like Palace winning a trophy like that that's the goal, that's the peak for a club like that. They are a selling club, as frustrating as it is for Glasner. You know, he's just got to accept that. But
He'll have known that when he went in there, though.
I think
I should have.
I get his frustrations, but I don't think it would be a good decision for the club to sack him. I think just let him ride out his contract and change personnel when his contract's up.
Yeah, but who would they go to? I don't think there's...
I think the World Cup's going to bring a lot of churn, so there'll be a lot of managers that come available. Tuchel, either way, whether we win the World Cup or not, he's going to probably leave England. There'll be some others as well. Nagelsmann in Germany, he's going to leave that job apparently. So
yeah, I don't know who would get the Crystal Palace job, but I definitely think that there's a lot of candidates for the bigger jobs that would be available in the summer, like the Man United job.
Glasner,
depending on how Rosalind does, maybe the Chelsea job might be available as well.
I would give him a try at Man United to see what he's made of with the spending power that Man United possess.
It sounds like he wants a lot of control, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets that at Man United.
No.
Yeah, but give it to him still, because what he's done at the previous clubs he's been at is really, really good. Even Crystal Palace with the caliber players they have. So I would say give him a go at Man United if that's an option later down. But as it relates to them sacking him,
They'd have to pay him off.
yeah,
I think it's wise for the club.
they want him to see out his contract and then you go his ways, you know.
How much does he have to say about Crystal Palace, though, before it gets too much for the club? And they think, well, we have to let him go now. Like, are there going to be more outbursts like that?
Yeah, that's the thing. He should have known what he was walking in. Crystal Palace is a mid-table team at the end of the day.
After bringing them the FA Cup,
Yeah.
they had to run a trophy for.
It's a big deal, and the fans have to decide: do they back Glasner or do they back the club? And is one man bigger than the club?
Yeah, that's true.
He's obviously going to go down as a legend. Like if Libri won the FA Cup for Sunderland, he'd be a legend forever.
Yeah.
But then he starts slating the club. Yes or no? Does Glasner get sacked, Chris?
No, I don't think they'll sack him now.
I don't think they'll sack him. I think they'll let him run out his contract and then he'll part ways with the club.
Yeah, and I think he'll get sacked. Well, I think they'll keep him, but I think he should get sacked. The only reason they're not sacking him because they'll have to pay him off.
Yeah.
And he's only got sort of 4 or 5 months to go, so they'll keep him for now, I think. So today, Mark Guehi has sealed his move to Manchester City. We're going to ask the question, is he the best English defender that there is? Liverpool, of course, had a chance to sign him in the summer, but turned him down. His contract's out in the summer, but Man City have spent 30 million to bring him in early. So we're going to talk about who is the best English defender. Is it Guehi?
No, it's Dan Burn for me. It's it's big Dan Burn and Dan. No, honestly, I don't even think it's Dan Burn for me. It's Lewis Hall. I know he's not been getting in the squad, but I don't think we've got a more complete player, and that position's available for England. I think he needs to be in the squad. His ability on the ball, his ability to pass within like tight spaces, his crossing, it's just everything about him. I think he's going to be a top talent in the future for England.
Mark Guehi, for me, I think he's one of the best at the moment for England. So I would say presently he's top 2. He's really good. I'll put John Stones in, but he's been in and out because of injury.
Yeah, I think you need to play like players who are fit and match fit, not just fit, but like match fit as well. And if you look like at that centre back pairing, if you were going to say it was going to be Guehi and Dan Burn, they both had experience of winning in the final. So,
what was it, 20 mil or 30 mil City got him for? Absolute bargain.
20 mil up front, and then with the contract, it ends up being 30 mil.
Liverpool let that one slip through their fingers, man.
Well, I think if Liverpool had signed him, they wouldn't be in this position that they're in, because Kanate it shouldn't be anywhere near a Liverpool first team.
He's not interested, no, can I?
No, he wants out. Whatever is out the door, I didn't see it.
Guehi and Van Dijk would have been pretty solid, I think. Probably the best English defender at the minute.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire, though, deserves a shout. Played really well against Man City in the derby. He's just a reliable figure. I know he took a lot of stick last year, but he's very, very reliable.
Well, when it comes to England, he hasn't put a foot wrong for England.
No.
It's just Man United, you know?
Yeah, just like remember when Maguire was getting criticised a lot. You had like Fred running about in front of him and things like that. And Man United were a mess, and he was always exposed. But England, when he's got a good defensive midfielder in him like Rice, you know, if you get past him, Maguire is very good at reading clearing the ball. He's good in either box. You know, he's an aerial threat in both boxes. So yeah, but I actually think Newcastle's slipped up. Not that they were ever in for Guehi, but I think that they could have got a cheeky bid.
They were the fee for him. There was mention of him going to St. James's Park, but I don't know what happened. They did sort of pay the money. I think it was 100 mil they wanted, or somewhere along that line.
Yeah,
but I don't think they wanted to pay the money.
I think when the January window opened, I think Newcastle could have put a cheeky bid in of 50 million, and you know Palace would have accepted it. And Guehi might have looked at it and thought, like, look, we've got a good English coach there. The whole back line's English goalkeeper.
I would say he's the best defender right now.
You know,
best England defender right
now. He would partner up with Dan Burn, and that partnership would be formidable. But he's went to City, and obviously Newcastle can't offer him 300 grand a week like they can. So it's the right move for him. He's got a 5-year contract, and hopefully. And obviously he's got more chance of winning silverware. So
come out and said he's at the best team in the country now. So he sounds pretty happy with his move to Manchester City. So now we're going to look at the best signing of the summer transfer window, now that we're in the January window. So who's had the best start to the season? For me, it's Granit Xhaka, and that's the question we're asking today. Is Granit Xhaka the best signing of the summer window? He's been absolutely instrumental for Sunderland. Coming up, we were pretty worried about just getting thrashed every week and going back down. But his leadership on the pitch and off the pitch has been incredible. Yes, he's 32 and his legs are slowing down a bit, but him and Siddiqui in the Sunderland midfield have been absolutely fantastic. So for me, Xhaka is going to go down as a legend at Sunderland, and he's the best signing for 20 mil as well.
Yeah, I must agree with that. Xhaka, with his experience in the Premier League and overseas, has brought stability to the Sunderland team, and he's just been like a god in that midfield, really.
It's just with him having the experience of winning the German league and going unbeaten for that many games. He just brings, like you say, stability to the side. He's obviously the club captain, and he's commanding his other teammates around the pitch, and there's a real work ethic at Sunderland, but I think it all stems from Xhaka. He's like
everything goes through him as well.
Yeah. Anything. Every time any of those players get the ball, he's pointing and he's showing them where that's it. And it's working. Sunderland are doing pretty well, and
keep him fit. I wouldn't say Europe, but top 10 definitely.
I think this, you can see what Sunderland's trying to do. They defended in numbers and the break and things like that. And I just think at some times, like all Sunderland's missing is a little bit of quality in the final third, and they would be up there.
What that will come
if they had
Mr. Brobby is unbelievable.
That will come. And what they're trying to do is ensure that they're staying in the league for next season and they go again.
They've come out and said they love defending. Like, come at us. We're up there at the back.
Well, who would you say? Right. So we were all sort of agreeing that Xhaka's like probably the best signing of the summer window. Like, who would you say would be second?
Who have you got in mind?
Because I've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin in mind for Leeds. What a signing he's been for Leeds. You know,
I feel like he could crumble at any point.
Yeah, literally. He is unpredictable to me. Like, he'll have 5 good games and then go back to resort to his old ways.
He's held up at the minute though with injuries.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what's been killing him.
I think him for me would be like a close second, because without his goals, Leeds would be in the bottom three as well. So
I like that Ekatike as well, you know.
yeah.
Liverpool. I like him as well. But Xhaka overall is the best.
Yeah. Have you seen what he does with the players when they're sort of shaking hands with the opposition? He'll wait at the end of the opposition line and shake every one of his own players' hands and come on lads, good luck.
Yeah.
We've got
That's a
this.
true captain, it's a true leader.
It's everything that Arsenal didn't want. Like he's passionate, he speaks out, he's and Arsenal couldn't handle that. And
He had maturity as well, you know.
yeah.
Well, he was always getting himself sent off, isn't he? Like he doesn't do that anymore. He's
He's mature. Yeah, he's mature.
I had him odds on for a red card in the derby, but he's just matured, like you said.
Yeah.
Just a really cool head in the midfield.
Yeah, the best sign.
Xhaka, King and Xhaka. All right, so we're going to go for some predictions for the week ahead. So the Football Banter Box Weekly ACCA. It's 6 games for the week ahead, 2 picks each. Can we get all 6 correct? Chris, you're going to go first. What do you think about Inter Milan versus Arsenal in the Champions League?
I'm going to say 2-0 Arsenal, even though it's away. I just think it's their time, and like they're going to end up like top of the Champions League stages before they go through to the knockout stages. I think Liverpool, even though they played very poorly, like Inter Milan didn't really test them, and Arsenal's defense is solid. They're not going to get through Arsenal's back line. I would say Odegaard and Trossard maybe with the goals.
Cool. Renard, what do you think about Dortmund versus Spurs?
Dortmund versus Spurs. I think Dortmund will pile more pressure on Thomas Frank. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Dortmund.
Could be the end of Thomas Frank.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Chris, what do you think about Newcastle versus PSV at St James Park, your team?
Yeah, I'm going to back Newcastle here, 3-1. Yeah, I think we're likely to concede because we've had a semi-final, then we've had a Premier League game, and then a Champions League game. But I wouldn't say like PSV are any quality compared to us.
Your home advantage. I don't know. It's a very good advantage. Just see your home.
At St James's, it's a fortress, and hopefully Wissa and Elanga get the firing boots on and get the goals.
All right, my pick was West Ham versus Sunderland. I think Sunderland will beat West Ham 2-1. West Ham are poor occasionally, particularly at home. The stadium's not great. The atmosphere is pretty bad. It's quite hostile. And we thrashed West Ham on the opening day 3-0. So I think we've got a couple of goals in us, and defensively we're quite sound. I don't think West Ham will score against us.
I mean, not even looking at the league table, but it's like a 6-pointer for Sunderland. Oh, they've exceeded what we would have expected, but if you were looking at it before the season kicked off, it's a 6-pointer, isn't it, against West Ham? And
a couple of wins away from safety.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like you could like send them down really with a victory over them.
Back to you, Renard, for Bournemouth versus Liverpool.
I think I'm gonna go with Liverpool on this one. I think with Semenya being out to Man City and Salah coming back, I should think Liverpool have enough in the tank to win that one. So 2-1 my prediction to Liverpool.
Cool. And back to me for Arsenal versus Man United. I've gone for a draw on this one, 1-1. I think Arsenal struggle to break teams down sometimes. They rely heavily on set pieces, which is fine. It's been working for them, been getting them goals. But Man United are gonna pull something up. I think Carrick's gonna get them solid.
I think Arsenal slowed down. I remember last season they were a really high scoring team, but we don't really see that now. Like you say, they rely a lot on set pieces, and it's sort of like they're just trying to assure the goal. It's not as like open and as free as football and as like you'd like to see. But I don't know. I think Arsenal will win. I think Man U will come and try and play because it's Man United. It's a blockbuster fixture, and I just think Arsenal will pick them off at the Emirates. It's a very hard place to go.
We shall see. We shall see. So thanks for listening to the Football Banter Box. If you enjoyed the show, why not subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on social media for more banter. Catch you next week. Same time, same nonsense.